Everything going wrong. People sticking their nose where it doesn't belong. Me trying to figure it all out. And yet the most you've done to me is pull me into a dream. Maybe in an attempt to make me understand. To know more. Why? Sure, some things come after me, but you... You're with me. You could do anything. Icarus Complex.
My God. It's completely taken over.
Filth! Seething tendrils of a hive, ever expanding. Fools! They cannot be contained.
Look for a command center. I've made a mistake. But that is the way I need to go. So we need to make a mistake quickly. These roots are alive. These roots are bad. So we gotta go quick. Before they take us over. Ina was a tool, but a tool for who? Oh God, hi! Nope, nope, I get it. I'll leave. I'll leave. I'm gone.
Jesus. Orochi has leverage on everyone.
Your request. We have obtained the files requested and placed them onto this console for review. The files include detailed avenues of leverage against the Invictus crew. If there is need to put into place additional surveillance measures, we are prepared to do so. We wish your visit a pleasant one. Semper Service Control. Volkova, Ina. Ina Volkova, at age 27, Dr. Ina Volkova was directly involved in Avaria v. Khrushchev, which gained significance internationally as the incident at Krychaw. For several years, she had worked at a decommissioned military base a few miles outside Krychaw, Belarus. Thousands in the small city were killed by an explosion at the base. An explosion meant to cover up a horrific containment breach of an alien substance being used in her research. The high-profile trial uncovered several classified experiments attributed to Volkova, with high-ranking officials within the government denying knowledge of her research. Before a verdict could be delivered, Volkova fled Belarus and claimed asylum at the Russian Federation Embassy in Tokyo. Stationed at the embassy, exiled in extradition, Ina was unable to continue her research. We offered her the opportunity to work without constraints. She accepted under the terms of the strictest NDA and forced return to Belarus upon disclosure. While her ethical integrity is questionable, her skill is undeniable. Recommend vigilant surveillance and determination of trust upon results. Minor childhood trauma documented by licensed family psychiatrist, fear of abandonment, mild social anxiety. Graduated from Brown, 2046, GPA 2.9. Okay, not great. PhD at... There it is. Good old Miskatonic U. Where all the horror shows lie. Mechanical Engineering 2052, of peculiar note, created a practical equation to explain the theoretical underpinnings of Yang Mills and the mass gap in his sophomore year. The apocryphal claim is that it was made in a single weekend, otherwise unremarkable. Dr. Newhart is key in our understanding of Cynthia Newhart's studies and possible whereabouts. Recommend continued surveillance of home and office, potential asset for leverage if Newhart ever reemerges from isolation. Recommend hiring at local Manticore office, engineering position. Accept all salary requirements. Push for more information on Cynthia Newhart, who disappeared to keep us safe. Josephine Wilcox, First Lieutenant Josephine Wilcox, Special Forces, Distinguished Service Cross, received 2052. January 16th, 2055, Court-Martial Determination. February 23rd, 2055, Dishonorable Discharge. Record commuted, evidence expunged. Resigned her post as of February 22nd, 2055, retaining her exemplary record and citing personal reasons for her exit. As per our contract, Wilcox began employment at our California-based Manticore facility under the strictest NDA. Record of discharge. Al-Mahawit, Yemen, July 15th, 2054. Friendly fire incident reported. 6 undercover agents killed during strategic raid of suspected uranium smuggling operation. I can't even speak now. Wilcox-led team suffered 0 casualties. Facility neutralized. Alpha Camp, July 17th. Inciting incident of Commander Wilcox court-martial proceedings. Multiple witnesses. After brief altercation, Josephine Wilcox discharged a pistol at range of less than 1 meter, causing a perforating wound into the skull of commanding officer, Major Corey Houston. Wilcox turned and fired a second and third gunshot, which entered the chest and shoulder of Captain Alan Sheffield. 4 team members could advance and pull Wilcox away. Another 2 shots were fired, critically wounding Captain Jaden Allen in the thigh and groin. Final shots were discharged into the ceiling as officers on site wrestled her firearm away and detained her. Houston and Sheffield died immediately. Jaden Allen died in transit to medical. Wait, no, I was still reading blackmail material. I hit the wrong button. Her squad defended her actions, echoing the sentiment that the officers in question knowingly caused a friendly fire scenario through mismanagement. Commander Wilcox will receive no punitive action for these events, so long as we exert our influence. Declan Delapour, Master's Mechanical Engineering, Minor Linguistics, California Institute of Technology. Trafficking in heroin, possession of a controlled substance, involuntary manslaughter. Sentenced for 5 years, but only served 5 months. History of substance abuse, having self-admitted to rehabilitation centers twice. His court sentence closely coincides with divorce proceedings. On November 13th, 2049, Declan Delapour was admitted to a mental health facility for evaluation after an attempted suicide. Orochi Recruitment has confirmed that Delapour has remained clean for over 12 years as of January 1st, 2062, during which time he completed his degree with honors. He has experienced significant difficulties upon graduation due to his incarceration, and Orochi's offer of employment has been contingent on his willingness to maintain secrecy. Delapour is a highly motivated individual, and Orochi has made arrangements to erase records of his dark past.
Oh, Lucas, what the fuck?
3 restraining orders for 3 different women. Violated a restraining order. Dr. Van Buren's sociopathic tendencies were well documented during youth therapy. Lucas displays difficulty reading emotions and a lack of empathy for others in social settings. It notes that he was admitted to therapy after his parents discovered him performing a vivisection on the family cat. Dr. Van Buren's contributions to the field of philology are vast. His dedication helped to trace the evolution of Central American language to its origination point. Most recently, he has helped translate Orochi's newly discovered ancient texts and star maps. Orochi has maintained surveillance evidence of Dr. Van Buren's activities during the disappearances of Abigail White and Tia Anders in 2054 and 55, respectively. The videos show Lucas violently kidnapping and assaulting the women in his home, choking them until they suffocate, and then mutilating the bodies and disposing of all evidence. Chances of a violent altercation are slim, while within acceptable risks. And Dr. Van Buren has seen the recordings. He will accept any assignment given with no questions asked. He is our most leverageable asset. Well, now I'm less upset that Lucas is dead. I'm still very concerned with the method of execution.
Fuck.
No one deserves to die like he did.
Putrid filth.
Yes. Carvings. Hello, boys. We're gonna be chill, right? Nope. That one's not. And yet, this is the path I must take. Luckily, it seems to be on a predetermined path as well. Meaning once the teeth come out, it's a designated course from there.
What is that?
Which thing? Both are horrifying to look at, but like, what are you concerned about, Shane?
What is that?
That is a... Oh, ugh. It looks... like it maybe could have been human? Aside from the black tentacles coming out of its mouth? Abdomen, whatever that area is. Yeah, Icarus is appropriate. Y'all flew way too close to something you shouldn't have. And you did it willingly. Uh-oh. Hi! Honestly, I'm a bit more scared of the tooth vine than you, but... not thrilled with any of it. Considering that's a wall, yep, this is the way to go. Please be a command center. Nope, that's a hallway.
You're trembling, little one. Let me swaddle you in viscera and wrap you in my bones.
Stop it! Get out of my head!
You could crack open your helmet like a walnut. Let it link and my voices will still be. Not
Great.
in the spaces we know, but in between.
Those aren't words I like, lady. Yeah, thought so.
Looks like it opens a door to an elevator.
Only discarded pieces block the path. Rain synapses. Unanswered question.
Really love that there's several rooms for solitary confinement. Alright, whose hand do I need? No? Did I go the wrong way? It's not that bit of flesh, I can tell you that much. It's just a sonogram. That's great. Love that for me. Alright, we need the door code. Oh, hi, friends!
Holy shit. That's all of us. The entire Invictus crew. Are we the originals? Or the copies?
Holy. Which is worse?
We're all expendable assets to Orochi. Wasn't enough to know all our secrets. If they can't leverage us, they'll just replace us.
Authorized to enact a contingency plan in case of unforeseen circumstances that may put the Invictus crew at risk. A replica of the individual will be made and preserved until a severe violation has occurred. Unauthorized transmission of operations informations. Verbal threat of intent to control or sabotage mission objectives. Or company equipment. Homicide. Witnessing a homicide. Wait, what? So if I kill people or witness somebody killing people, I get replaced. Great. Okay. Kind of good with the sustaining fatal or crippling injury. Witnessing the retrieval or release of a cloned subject. Great. Cryostasis active on everybody. So we could all die up here and nobody will know, because they'll just put the clones out. Are we even the first attempt at this mission?
It doesn't end.
Split from a single seed. Germinated, scribbled on carbon paper, they multiply like vermin. Sentience is a glitch in the sensory organs. Pain, a cancer fed by reality.
Horrifying, thank you. Experiment 279, Project Icarus. We are experimenting with the substance phenomenon entity oftentimes called the filth, what Dr. Volkova prefers to call Z-Path. Each sample tightly contained and weakened within a particular regimen of radiation, as per the Icarus protocols. The goal of this experiment is to see if the effects of this preternatural contaminant are the same on a cloned human tissue and cloned hybrid human tissue, as on normal human tissue. If the effects are not the same, how do they differ? Today we applied minute amounts of filth on cloned cells using the safety protocols and observed. Effects were largely similar, with the molecules of the contaminant attacking the cells. However, the process moved more slowly than observed before. The filth has escaped. I have sealed my safety suit and performed all the emergency protocols. I have injected the radiated serum as outlined in the procedures. Side effects are intense but mundane and far better than the alternative. How did this happen? There was no breach. I think the theory that the filth flows, even undulates along dimensions outside of our perceived 3 may have merit. I have sent for help. I'm trying not to panic. I am recording the findings this mishap affords. The voices continued. So we got hit with dreams and voices because something escaped from containment. And then things went downhill. The voices continue. I ignored them at first, congratulated myself on my rationalism. But then the voices learned to mimic my voice, and I thought they were me, and I was the voices. No, that doesn't make sense. The radiation must be working. My limbs have begun to do things on their own. But only when I am not looking. I have to stare at my limbs very carefully or they misbehave. I've made a careful regimen of making sure not to not look at any one body part for more than 7 seconds. I have to keep watch on them. Except for my right arm. Good arm. I am a scientist. Scientist. Cut off arm today. Right arm. Good arm. Only uncorrupted part. Pristine. It will be pristine forever. Stored good arm in the morgue. Code 9510. I'm scientist. Will lock myself in padded room. Everyone is safe. Scientist. Scientist, 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 scientist gibberish. 9510. Honestly, as long as all the duplicates stay put, I won't hate them.
Number sees their meaning.
Do they? Wonder which one you put it in, bud. Why'd you put a droid in the morgue?
Oh,
There it is.
That's disgusting.
A tactile tool. Tender. Untethered.
I hate that you're correct in these descriptions. You're out of line, but you're right.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Come on. Come on. Come on, open. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hi, buddy.
Come on. Open. Come on.
Everything's fine. Nice fleshy thing.
Okay. Come on. Close, you piece of shit. Close.
Okay.
Fuck you, you plant piece of shit.
Uh-oh. No, you don't, you fleshy plant monster thing.
The moon's gravity pulls so strangely. It tugs at the tides of the mind. It pulls the planet apart. Do you feel it?
Not particularly. I mean, I hear you. I don't feel anything. Except pain at times when I get too close to the roots. Huh. Concerning.
My mind opened like a nocturnal flower, aching for the pollinator bat. I went through nameless eons and inconceivable dimensions to worlds of elder outer eternity. Oh, how rock casts a shadow. A corona surrounds the dark.
Now, why would you go and do that? Why would you think that was a good idea? You're like, these people are digging into things they shouldn't know. Ma'am, you shouldn't know. You shouldn't have learned in the first place. Yeah, we're all doing bad things and going to hell. 8-headed monster.
Access. Unauthorized access. Security en route. Please await lethal response.
Again,
Locked
don't
in.
plan on doing
What are
that.
they keeping here? Meeting at 5:12? That's oddly specific.
Yeah, I feel like there's a code in there.
New Eden. Orochi is planning on building a city here. A failsafe.
There is no escape. The dream will consume them. They are inevitable.
So do you just live in my brain now? Is that what we're doing?
The clock is stuck on 4:23.
Interesting.
So the Lord God banished him from the Garden of Eden to work the ground from which he had been taken. Genesis 3:23.
Interesting. Alright, 5:12 and the clock is stuck on 4:23. So my guess is the clock is not actually a clock. Or something to that effect.
The CEO of Orochi was here. It makes no sense.
Unearth more. That which cannot be sung.
Don't know why it keeps switching to and from my controller. I'm not trying to use my controller. 5:12, if we assume PM, is 17:12. Okay, yeah, that's fair.
It's probably a four-letter word. I should look around for some clues.
A word? Oh, in that case, it's Eden. They're obsessed with the thing.
An
Project
emergency
Eclipse.
failsafe if Project Eclipse is released. If I can lower the shield, I can get out of this room.
Eclipse. Status, quarantine. Blast doors active. Magnetic stasis field online. Last update. I assume that's today's date. The fragment has become agitated. The workers are unable to resist its communications. They scratch at the walls, run through the complex, reduced to a wild, animalistic frenzy. I was able to close the chamber and enact the highest protocols, but I can hear the echoes ring in my ears. I see the crew of the Cyrano. I've never seen them before, but I know who they are with all my being. And they stare through cracked helmets, the filth reaching out towards me. I can't stay here. Eclipse has been shuttered. I've activated the proper protocols. I doubt they will be enough. Doors will automatically unlock in the event that subject of Project Eclipse is released.
Once it is broken, the rush is upon you. You don't get to be the same person after they get in.
Project Symmetry. The numbing agent used in Project Eclipse to keep the fragment under control is created from the strange metal powering the machine in the alien ruins. Since the active mechanism for sedation is poorly understood, we have taken the precaution of stockpiling a large amount of the metal on board the Invictus. In the event of an emergency, the Invictus can be launched. A self-guiding rocket has been attached to the payload. It can be triggered with a code phrase once the Invictus safely clears the atmosphere. Communications specialist Delapore was tasked with loading the payload and setting up the detonation trigger. Due to the sensitivity of the operation and his location at the off-site communication disk, he is considered the operative with the most chance of success in case of a catastrophic event. He alone knows the trigger word and will use it at his discretion. Hey Declan, it's time to tell me your secrets. Okay, seriously, why does it think my controller is being used? Whatever. Father, the Cyrano has crashed. Something happened. An EMP? We cannot analyze it in time. The filth has reacted violently and unpredictably, spreading like a cancer across the entire base. The Dreamer fragment has sent the workers into a panic, searching for a way to escape. The security system has been triggered. The entire base has been compromised. I've shut down Project Eclipse. An emergency kill signal has been sent to shut down communication via Angelus. We will leave no trace. Semper Service Control. So they didn't even mess up the communications network? You did this? The Immortal Engine. As you know, we owe a great debt to the work of Dr. Cynthia Newhart. This site was chosen based on her later work, notes and research kept under the strictest clearance. While our exhaustive library of equations and scrawled symbology has been daunting, our analysis still continues to see results. Most recently in the acquisition of 2 recent items. You are already aware of the fragment of a dreamer, which we recovered. Research continues into the significance of this fragment and how it tries to communicate. Using the magnetic energy signatures first recorded by Amundsen's expedition to Antarctica, we were able to triangulate the location within kilometers. Through excavations of Site 9, the team is excited to announce that we have uncovered an actual Gaia engine on Mars. Further exploration in the chamber containing the engine has been halted, and we defer to your judgment. We await your determination. Semper Service Control. What the... What is a Gaia engine? Intercepted unauthorized video transmission. Pounding, muffled talking. This is Trevor Graham, commander of Cyrano 1. An EMP fried our systems, and we are currently hurtling towards Mars at an approximately 50 meters per second. Fuck protocol, fuck Orochi. It wasn't hours after they sent us the coordinates, and I could see it in everyone's eyes. Dr. Bahaduri drew the short straw when the heat shield controls malfunctioned. We're not equipped for a mission like this. Command knew it. It's a fucking support crew. But we follow procedure. After 20 minutes, he stopped responding to comms. We tried to reel him in, but his face... When he turned, his entire mask was covered in blackness. Just a spiderwebbing of black oil across the entire thing and leaking out into the void. It crawled straight through the fucking helmet. It cracked straight through the fucking helmet. Constanza grabbed his arm, and that shit, it crawled up her suit, wrapped around, squeezing itself inside. The pounding? The airlock. I couldn't let them back in. The infection, just being near it made my temples seethe. They're all infected. Doesn't matter, though. The fucking hatch won't close. Any time now, we're gonna bust apart and rain down in pieces on the Martian desert. Pierce and Vogel are lucky. They're still asleep in their pods. Won't feel a thing. I'm taking it down with me. All of it. This is the Cyrano 1 about to enter the Martian atmosphere on a secret mission to help stake a claim. They don't care about the lives they lose to do it. You hear me, Orochi? The whole world is gonna see this thing. Fuck, the whole fucking world will know. And yet, I don't think that got out.
Those consoles have anything to do with Project Eclipse.
Clock will change it. Project Eclipse, sensory deprivation, lighting 100%, soundscape 10%, numbing agent 0%. I wonder what you all do. I guess I'm supposed to turn the numbing agent all the way up. Sensory deprivation required to communicate with subject. Okay. It flicks to open briefly, but I'm guessing I'm doing this wrong. Oh. There's more to mess with. Oh. Okay. That's new. Let's start here. Alright, hang on. I want to see what the other one does. And then I should oh. Hold on, I should probably just read the note that's directly next to it. Use last. Got it. Well, you need to be at 4. According to you. Use these settings. Communication with the dreamer requires a sensory-deprived environment, even for you. Use these settings. Lighting at 20. Sound at 100. Numbing at 100. Alright. Just a little bit. There we go. Open up. What the hell is that?
What the hell is that thing?
Reveal the dreamer. What in the 9? Hi. Enter activation code for Project Eclipse Phase 2. Warning, all employees should evacuate upon Phase 2 initialization. Emergency unlock protocol will take effect immediately. Board meetings at 5:12. Knock, knock. Uh-oh.
Yes. Let it connect.
I've made a horrendous mistake. Oh, hi. You are not... But you are. That's where, Okay, blackness bad. Go through the door. Oh, good. More blackness.
Our family therapist's office. I can still smell the musty leather sofa.
Knowledge
My parents took
consumed.
me here when I started having night terrors.
The rocket.
Some might consider my behavior obsessive. Yes. We may not agree on the finer points, but I can't let it go on any longer. Not like this. My father, he always used to say, "Cynthia, your brain has its own mouth, and all it does is devour books." I was insatiable.
That is the mysterious voice.
No one had ever thought to look. But I never thought it would consume me, strip me of my accolades, that it would affect my son. Can't keep doing this. That second mouth in my head, it just keeps eating. It will never stop.
That is Mom.
I know how that sounds.
Our mother is here.
Mom's seminal work. The one that solidified her reputation and reinvented the field of quantum engineering. The ability to harness dimensional shifts, equations to predict fluctuations in time. Not just on the subatomic level. She was a genius. Feels like so long ago.
Did she end up on Mars? Like, did she time travel or spatially travel? Did she get there because we're here now, or did she get here way in the past? Or does it matter? Week 1. New patient Shane Newhart, 7-year-old male, with mother, Cynthia, reporting night terrors with complex hallucinations. He claims to remember every detail. Mother encouraged him to describe the terror, and so he did. It is made of vines, tendrils, and teeth. He emphasized the teeth. With human hands and face. The vines emerge from every shadow and fill the room, twining upon themselves, eventually crushing him to the bed. All the space that remains is a small, dark tunnel through which the creature stares at him from across the room. And he can see it through his eyelids, and its face inches closer, minute by minute. But his mom always wakes him up before the teeth. S became extremely distraught, and the rest of the session was spent consoling him. For any chance to develop a rapport with him, I'll need to see them separately for several sessions. Call C to set up a time next week to discuss home life, school performance, her concerns, etc. Shane's GP ruled out physiological causes for night terrors. Must be related to anxiety, a lot of tension in the new Hart house. S may be genetically predisposed. Today he showed me the handheld chess game he plays during recess. Smart kid, but needs help with his confidence. Meanwhile, Cynthia remains a challenge. She answered my questions about S, but was reluctant to talk about herself. Insisted I wouldn't understand. As I encouraged her to give me a chance, she succumbed to a dissociative episode, which we talked about at length once it passed. She called it seeing through the eyes of elsewhere. We will have to revisit this next week. I convinced her to see me as a patient. Okay, Mom wasn't crazy. Mom just got here first.
Tell me how to access the space between dreams.
Question, how does one access the
Excellent
space
try,
between
Gloria.
dreams?
However, while the roads of Agartha do traverse the vastness of time and space, the corridors between dreams are a separate sort of passageway, and the two only intersect in very rare places.
The doors of light, the fabled roads of Agartha, are said to be able to take one throughout space and time. Uh-oh. Wandering in time. Doors of the universe, wormholes and event horizons offer the possibilities to go in possible places.
That is still incorrect.
Interesting. Who else has something? I think it's behind me, but... Okay, nope, that's bad. Shadow bad. The gates of heaven. God holds the key to the doors of...
That is an interesting theological paradox, but it is wrong.
God holds the keys to the doors of the entire universe, and by his grace are allowed to enter. I have seen God, and it's terrible. I have seen God, and it's terrible. Oh, that's horrifying. Which God did you see? Because that's very important. Please tell me the answer isn't just math, because that would suck. The dreaming ones.
Very good. The answer is the dreaming ones. The dreaming ones were, the dreaming ones are, the dreaming ones shall be. Not in the spaces we know, but between. They walk serene and primal, undimensioned and to us unseen. They can teach us deep knowledge, secrets past the skin of eternity.
Spaces between the walls of sleep. Why did you keep digging? Oh,
I'm having a hard time noticing when it's happening. Yesterday, I saw a light streaming through the kitchen window. A mote. illuminated, suspended in the air. I spent the remainder of the day in my office researching. I've been accused of isolating myself. I merely am who I am and have always been an isolate. Isolated by knowledge. Imagine discovering a dictionary of new words to describe the universe. Words that no one else could ever know. The promise of limitless knowledge to an insatiable mind. Is it any surprise I struggle with domesticity? But I had to make a choice. I'm sealing it away. I have to try. Shane is my universe.
You tried to give all this up for me. But you had already started. And once you start in this line of thinking,
After
you
the
can't
seizure
stop.
started, she tried for a while. We were really close the summer she left her tenure. But I could tell she was restless. Wouldn't stop writing.
Wonder, wander,
She'd snap
whimper.
at the smallest things. The book sold really well, though. Popular with the pseudoscience group.
Patient functioning continues to fluctuate. She is managing to find relief from auditory hallucinations by isolating herself in basement. Symptoms waned enough to attend session today. Washed hair in basement utility sink, apparently. Manages to take care of Shane during dissociative periods. C twice trailed off into almost nonsensical babble. Claims to have had a lot on her mind with the upcoming publication of latest book, and is not concerned. Not my first patient with such challenges, but for some reason I feel out of my depth here. Thinking about referring her to someone else. Increased dosage in the meantime. Shane is apparently doing well with support from his school's counselor. I'm sure he's glad to have his Thursday afternoons back. So we got out of therapy and she kept going. But the doc didn't know what to do with her, because this is a level of... She was smart. Her brain said, no, this is bad. Stop. And she listened. Oh. Great. The altar. That can only be a good sign.
Once you open the book, it's already too late. It's always too late.
You learned that the hard way, huh, Ma?
Orochi contacted me this week. They've approached me several times in my career. They knew about the Red Planet. Twins. They suspected a great many other things, but they kept their cards close to their chest. As did I. Shane saw inside the book. Just a glance, and it was enough. They can never know. They would do anything to pull him into their fold. And that's why, Doctor, if I found out that Orochi approached you, and you told them what I've said, you'll find out just how dedicated a mother I am. Now, were you curious about the dreaming ones?
If that was the gibberish she devolved into, you're in trouble, Doc.
Then she was gone. I don't want to remember her like this.
But this is who she is. It's not a matter of remembering who she was. She's here. We're in her head. She's in our head. She's back. We saw into the book. That can't have been good for us. Week 31. It has been some weeks since I transferred Cynthia's care to a more experienced clinician. I can't stop thinking about our final session, even though my notes are sparse and the details hazy. Ever since, there has been a gnawing at the back of my consciousness, a deep anxiety I can't shake. I find myself jolting awake mere minutes, or failing to sleep entirely. I know something is watching. I see it flickering in my periphery. It slithers in the split between seconds. It thinks I don't see, but if I take the dreams for myself, it will tell them. I have to suspend my practice until I figure out what it wants. Oh, no. Mom, we're not supposed to pull other people deeper into this. It was just supposed to... Oh, no. Crap. No. Bad. I said bad! I don't even know where I'm going. Holy shiitake, what am I looking at? You got far too close. Hey Shane, where are we gonna wake up?
Why are you doing this?
Hi, Mom.
They cannot awaken. The moons bend above us. It is all but a brilliant equation.
Please, I need you to help me.
I thought I am. I was. I will.
God damn it, who are you?
Shane, have you really not figured it out?
Shane? I'm sorry, Shane. I've made so many mistakes. You were never supposed to be here.
Mom? Why are you... How did you get here?
My
She's
curiosity
been here.
led me here. The pages of the Necronomicon revealed a mathematics I had never encountered. And a
Always
pathway to
that
the
damn
dream
book.
world.
It's always the
I know that
Necronomicon.
once I made the choice, I could never return. The decision has weighed on me ever since.
Wait on you? Do you have any idea what that did to us? To Dad? When you left, it broke him. We searched for you for years.
Shane, please, listen.
Has it been you this whole time? In the base, haunting the crew? Driving us crazy with these nightmares?
Don't push her into that.
The struggle tears at my soul. It takes every ounce of concentration I have to remain here. I need your help, son. We must act quickly. When the ship passed between the moons, the twin dreamers were disturbed in their slumber. All the chaos you've witnessed, the filth, that creeping horror is only a fraction of the destruction that it can bring. If
Uh-oh.
we interrupt the engine, the moons of Mars, the dreaming ones will awaken, and they will devour all of reality.
That tracks.
You left me. You left us for a delusion.
Does this seem like a delusion,
What the fuck do
Shane?
you care about reality?
Reality is where my son lives.
What do I need to do?
Find the Gaia engine. I will help you do what must be done. Help me, Shane. Help me undo what has been set in motion.
Please don't leave again.
Don't worry. We'll solve this. Together.
Okay. She's been on our side. The beginning. The cake. That legitimately was her. That wasn't her trying to scare us. That wasn't a haunt. That was her legitimately saying happy birthday. And the only way she could at that point. Oh, none of that is English. 2/3. Finish chapter 2. Great. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed that, don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons. Looking for more entertainment? check out my Twitch, link in the description below. Or you can find your way back to this corner of the void. Either way, I'll be waiting.